What do you do when your dreams of becoming somebody in life is being flushed down the drain right in front of your eyes? What do you do when all hope is lost? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Dominion Ladi, and I'm a vision leader with the Amazon Project. At the age of 5, my parents got officially divorced. At the age of 8, I started my first after-school job. The reason why I had to do this was because my mother was not making enough to take care of the family. Now, if you know anybody who works very, very hard, put them all together. My mother works harder than them. She works 7 days a week, but for 14 years, she still was not able to pay house rent, phone bill, NEPA bill, school fees, or any of this necessity. Why? Because she was working hard in the wrong economy. Now, I left secondary school at the age of 16 as one of the best from my school. Before I even finished my secondary school, I'd already worked like 10 different jobs. I left secondary school, and guess what? With all the hard works over the years, we still could not afford to raise 7,000 naira for JAM form. 7,000 naira. Now, because of this, I had to start looking for another job to save up money, register for JAM and go to school. Fortunately or unfortunately for me, I got a job from somebody in the church who said, Dominion, I want to help you. I want to help you. And that was how I started working as a sales girl. Now, my salary was 20,000 naira. I stay in Abuja, okay? From my house to where I work is around 15,000 naira at the end of the month. But I was not even complaining. I was barely saving. I was not complaining because there were no other options to pick from. Guess what? 2 weeks into my job as a sales girl with a salary of 20,000 naira, I got a major promotion. Amen. Yes, somebody say major promotion. Now, guess what the promotion was? I automatically became the house help and the sales girl for Madam Bouquet with a salary of how much? 20,000 naira. I started working hard like my mother. I will leave the house by 6 a.m. I'll come back by 10 p.m. I worked this year for over a year with all the sweat and everything and all the savings. Guess how much I was able to save? It was not even up to 120,000 naira for a whole year saving up for school. But finally I decided, okay, I have little money. I can now go to school. The day I went to Madam Bouquet and told her I wanted to stop working, it became a problem. She said, Laye, you cannot stop. I thought it was a joke. Then the next thing she said is, okay, you know what? Since you have already made up your mind to stop, go and come back on Monday. Let's balance stock. Let me pay you your last salary. It was 10 a.m. in the morning. I was in front of Madam Bouquet's shop. I walked into the shop, and as usual, I greeted her. Good morning, ma. She said, Laddie, have you come? I said, yes, ma. She said, okay, come. I've counted everything in my shop. Oh, this one is missing, that one is missing, that one is missing, and you have to pay me my money now before you go. I'm like, me that came to collect last salary, pay which money? It did not end there. The next thing she said is, but if you don't have the money to pay me, you can continue working. I'll be taking it from your salary. Oh, ladies, do you know that your boss don't like you? If you have a job here, listen to me carefully. The only reason you are still there is because of what you can bring to the table. The day you stop bringing that thing to the table, they become your enemy. You become their worst enemy in this life. Now, she gave me a third option. She said, but if you don't want to pay me my money now, and you don't want to continue working, you want to prove stubbornness, I will drag you to the police station and pay the DPO 100,000 naira just to lock you up. Ladies and gentlemen, the same person I worked sweat and blood for a whole year, that did not even assist me in going to school, was ready to go and pay how much? 100,000 naira just to punish me for what I did not do. Why? Because I said I did not want to work again. To cut the long story short, that was how I went to the house, picked up an ATM I've never used before, came back to the market and paid this woman all the money I've saved up for a whole year. Why? Because I wanted to walk away scot-free. See, in 1 minute, listen carefully, in 1 minute, all my dreams of going to school, all my dreams of becoming a neurosurgeon disappeared, because that was the only hope I had. I cannot go and start working all from the scratch all over again. It was difficult. I went home that day and I cried. I cried my eyeballs out. While I was crying, a voice spoke to me. The voice said to me, Dominion, what are you willing to do now to change the circumstances in your family? What are you ready to do now to make sure that your family lives this kind of poverty? That was when I remembered that somebody has showed me this opportunity before, but I did not join. Why? Because I was telling myself I still had time. I was telling myself I was still young. This money is too much. What if? Ladies and gentlemen, that day it dawned on me that anything is possible. I picked up my phone and I called the person who had shown this opportunity and I said, sir, I'm ready to get started. By the grace of God, I got started in my business last year, July. That was when I officially started my business. Before 1 year, before I even turned 18, I'd already made my first millions from where? From this business. As I'm talking to you now, I'm in school. And guess what? I pay my school fees for myself. Just recently, I opened up a shop for my mother so that she can be making enough money to take care of my younger sister. As I'm talking to you now, it is not even how much I'm making that is the most important thing. It is what I plan to do. Imagine 2 years from now when I'll be opening schools everywhere in Nigeria, making sure that young girls like myself who cannot afford to pay school fees don't have to go through that kind of hardship to raise any capital. As I'm talking to you now, before the age of 20, I'm going to be starting up my own foundations and everything. And guess what? Through this project, I know that my future is very bright. For the first time in the history of my life, I can tell you for a fact that my family is already out of poverty. Thank you very much.